The job description of a detective involves investigating crimes, gathering evidence, and solving cases to uphold the law and ensure public safety. Detectives work in law enforcement agencies, including police departments, federal agencies, and private investigative firms. Their primary responsibility is to uncover facts, identify suspects, and provide critical information that supports criminal prosecutions or legal proceedings. This role demands a combination of analytical skills, persistence, and ethical judgment, making detectives an essential part of the criminal justice system. Detectives are deployed across a variety of investigative areas, including homicide, theft, fraud, cybercrime, domestic violence, or organized crime. They often specialize in a particular field depending on their experience, training, and the needs of their department. Their work requires collaboration with patrol officers, forensic experts, legal professionals, and community members to ensure thorough investigations. Detectives often serve as the bridge between evidence collection and courtroom presentation, ensuring that cases are meticulously documented and legally sound. Most detective positions are permanent and full-time, requiring prior experience as a police officer or investigator. The role demands excellent observational skills, attention to detail, and the ability to work under pressure. Detectives must navigate complex legal and ethical challenges while maintaining discretion and integrity. Success in this role relies on analytical thinking, problem-solving, and effective communication with colleagues, witnesses, and suspects. Primary responsibilities of a detective. Detectives have a broad range of responsibilities that ensure the thorough investigation of criminal activity. One of their primary duties is case management. This includes reviewing incident reports, analyzing available evidence, and prioritizing investigative steps based on the severity and complexity of the case. Detectives plan and organize investigations methodically, ensuring that no detail is overlooked. Gathering evidence is central to a detective's role. This may involve interviewing witnesses and suspects, collecting physical evidence, reviewing surveillance footage, or coordinating forensic analyses. Detectives must follow strict procedures to ensure that evidence is legally admissible and properly documented. Chain of custody management, proper handling of sensitive materials, and maintaining detailed case notes are essential tasks. Another core responsibility is conducting interviews and interrogations. Detectives use specialized techniques to obtain accurate information while respecting legal and ethical boundaries. They must be skilled at reading body language, assessing credibility, and determining whether statements align with other evidence. Detectives also perform surveillance operations, sometimes in plain clothes, to observe suspects or gather intelligence. This can involve long hours, patience, and careful coordination to avoid compromising the investigation. In certain cases, detectives collaborate with other agencies or departments to share information and track suspects across jurisdictions. Writing reports and preparing case files is another crucial responsibility. Detectives document their findings, evidence, and investigative steps in detailed reports that may be used in court. Accuracy, clarity, and completeness are critical, as these documents often form the foundation of legal proceedings. Midway through this discussion, it is clear that the job description of a detective extends beyond fieldwork. It involves analyzing complex situations, connecting disparate pieces of information, and contributing to justice through meticulous investigation and thorough documentation. Essential skills and qualities for the role. A successful detective combines analytical, interpersonal, and technical skills. Strong communication skills are essential. Detectives must conduct interviews, write reports, and present findings clearly and convincingly. They must also interact effectively with witnesses, victims, suspects, and legal professionals, demonstrating empathy, professionalism, and assertiveness when needed. Analytical and critical thinking are vital. Detectives evaluate evidence, identify patterns, and solve complex problems. They must draw logical conclusions from incomplete or conflicting information and anticipate potential developments in investigations. Creativity and lateral thinking often distinguish effective detectives, particularly in solving challenging or unusual cases. Attention to detail is non-negotiable. A single overlooked clue or misfiled document can compromise an entire investigation. Detectives must maintain accuracy in evidence collection, documentation, and case management. They must also remain vigilant for inconsistencies in statements, reports, or physical evidence. Problem-solving skills are essential. Detectives frequently encounter obstacles, such as incooperative witnesses, missing evidence, or misleading information. They must remain patient, adaptable, and resourceful, often devising innovative strategies to overcome challenges. Technical proficiency is increasingly important. Detectives may use digital databases, forensic software, cyber investigation tools, and communication technologies. Comfort with technology, social media research, and data analysis enhances investigative effectiveness. Integrity, discretion, and professionalism are fundamental. Detectives handle sensitive information, confidential sources, and legal evidence. Maintaining ethical standards, respecting privacy, and adhering to legal procedures are critical for the credibility and success of any investigation. Persistence and resilience are also key qualities. Investigations can be time-consuming, emotionally taxing, and fraught with setbacks. Detectives must remain committed, focused, and motivated despite challenges, often working long hours or irregular shifts to achieve results. Work environment and challenges. Detectives operate in a demanding and varied environment. They may work in police stations, offices, courtrooms, or directly in the field. Investigations can take place in homes, businesses, public spaces, or remote locations. Fieldwork often requires vigilance, adaptability, and physical stamina, especially during surveillance or crime scene investigations. The role can be mentally and emotionally challenging. Detectives encounter criminal activity, victims in distress, and high-stakes situations that require sound judgment under pressure. They may face risks to personal safety, demanding schedules, and the stress of unresolved cases. Detectives must balance investigative rigor with self-care and professional support networks to maintain effectiveness. Despite these challenges, the work is highly rewarding. Detectives contribute to justice, protect communities, and help resolve complex cases. Successful investigations bring closure to victims, uphold the law, and enhance public trust in law enforcement agencies. Compensation typically includes competitive salaries, benefits, and opportunities for advancement into specialized investigative units or leadership positions. Educational requirements and training. Most detective positions require a background in law enforcement, often starting as a police officer or investigator. A high school diploma is typically the minimum requirement, though many agencies prefer or require a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, criminology, forensic science, or related fields. Specialized training in investigative techniques, forensic methods, or cybercrime may enhance job prospects. Training is a critical component of preparing for a detective role. Detectives receive instruction in evidence collection, interviewing techniques, surveillance, legal procedures, and ethical standards. They often undergo continuous professional development to stay current with advancements in forensic science, digital investigation, and criminal law. Conclusion. The job description of a detective reveals a role that combines investigative expertise, analytical thinking, and ethical responsibility. Detectives serve as the cornerstone of criminal investigations, translating evidence, interviews, and observations into actionable insights that support justice. For individuals who are observant, analytical, and resilient, this role offers the opportunity to solve complex cases, contribute to public safety, and uphold the law. Whether working in homicide, fraud, cybercrime, or other specialized fields, detectives play a critical role in uncovering truth, delivering justice, and maintaining community trust in the legal system.